Hey guys, it's Alicia. So today I am going to do my best to answer some of the top Google search questions about unilateral hearing loss. This should be quite interesting to see what people ask about the topic. So let's get into it, shall we? So when I just type in unilateral hearing loss on my search engine, the first thing that comes up is at birth, which is definitely a thing. It's called congenital hearing loss, and it's just basically when you are born with it. Quite simply, I don't know what else I would say. Yeah, it's basically just that. You're born with unilateral hearing loss, probably having to do with the inner ear. So the cochlea or the nerve that connects to the brain, and it can be either sensory neural hearing loss or conductive hearing loss, which, well, actually it wouldn't be conductive because that can be fixed. Anyways, the next thing is definition. The definition of unilateral hearing loss is that you just don't have hearing in one of your ears, I guess, would be the simple answer to that. Causes, there are many causes. It can be from different illnesses like tinnitus, sudden deafness is a thing, a buildup of earwax, a hole or rupture in the eardrum, problems with the nerve or the cochlea, as I just said. Exposure to really loud noise is also one of them. Yeah, there's many. And tinnitus. Unilateral hearing loss and tinnitus. I don't know a lot about tinnitus, but I know that it causes a constant ringing in the ear, and I know that it's a challenge, but I can't speak on that one because I don't know much about it. Unilateral hearing loss treatment. Treatment could be like hearing aids are the main option, a cochlear implant, and there are many different types of cochlear implants and hearing aids. There's a Bicross, there's Baha, there are many. Unilateral hearing loss in adults. Yeah, that's a thing. In adults, I don't actually think I know the answer to that question specifically. I'll be an adult in March because I live in Canada, but I guess that would just be caused due to either an illness or whatever. I don't really know what they're asking for that one. Unilateral hearing loss fatigue. Yes, this is a thing. This is when you get really, really tired because your one ear is working so hard to hear what's going on around you, right? It can be a big struggle. But yeah. Okay, we're gonna Google something else now. So, the next Google search is what is unilateral hearing loss? So the first thing that I see is what is it like to have unilateral hearing loss? I guess the biggest difference with having unilateral hearing loss is that it's really less noticeable than bilateral, and the struggles are different, yes, but in general, what is it like? I guess it just challenges your life a little bit. I mean, you have to go through life a little bit differently. Yeah, and I guess there are some confidence issues that come along with it. I have never been the most confident person, but having hearing loss lowered my self-esteem even further, I would say. But yeah, it's just important to be confident in yourself and be okay with who you are as a person. Yeah, I think that answers it. I don't know. What is it like? What is unilateral hearing loss? I just answered this already. It's when you are deaf in one ear. What is unilateral sensory neural hearing loss? Yes. And what is unilateral conductive hearing loss? The difference between conductive and sensory neural is that conductive can be fixed with surgery or medication, and it is, as I said, caused by a rupture or hole in the eardrum, or it is caused by a buildup of earwax in the ear, and that would be on the outer ear, which is the part you can see, and the eardrum. Sensory neural would be caused in the middle or inner ear, which is where the cochlea is, the nerve. Technically, the eardrum is also in the middle ear, and the inner ear, which is the cochlea, and then it's the eardrum, and then it's the outer, which is the part you see. Yes, there we go. Yeah, sensory neural is when it's like there's damage to the cochlea, or there's something wrong with that, or the nerve. Exposure to loud noise can cause hearing loss that way. A fever, some type of illness can cause it as well. Yeah, those are the main differences. So I then put is in front of unilateral hearing loss. Is unilateral hearing loss considered a disability? I would say so. I don't think it's an official disability, but it's one of your senses. You're missing a good chunk of it. You are, in a sense, disabled. I would say it is. I don't think it's counted as one. If I were to Google it, I don't think it's actually counted as one, but I do believe it is a disability. Is unilateral hearing loss common? The best way to answer this would be that 1 in 1,000 children are born deaf in one ear, which makes it's not that common, but it's also not like extraordinarily rare, like 1 in 1 million or something like that. Is unilateral hearing loss genetic? I would say no, because no one in my family has unilateral hearing loss. I'm the only one that I know of to have unilateral hearing loss born that way. So I would say no. I don't think it's genetic. Is unilateral hearing loss permanent? It can be. Mine is. It also can't be. In some cases, it just takes a simple surgery or medication to fix. Depends on the person. Is it rare? Basically the opposite of is it common. As I said, it's not that common, but we're also really spread out community. We're all from all over the world. So I would say that it's not that common. It's not rare either, though. It's like right in between. Because as I said, we're 1 in 1,000. And then the rest I've already answered. So there we go. Okay. Can unilateral hearing loss be cured? I keep repeating this. It can be, but it can't be, depending on what part of the ear has caused the deafness. If it's in the inner ear, definitely not. The middle ear with surgery, probably. The outer ear, again, yeah, probably with medication or surgery. Can unilateral hearing loss be genetic? As I said, I don't think it can be. Can unilateral hearing loss cause vertigo? What is vertigo? Hang on, I need to Google that. Okay, just figure out what that is. I do believe it can cause vertigo, yes. Depending on the type of hearing loss you have, I think it can cause, or how you got deaf, I do believe it can cause vertigo. I believe people with tinnitus have vertigo. I am no expert, but I believe that is the case. Can unilateral hearing loss cause deafness? Well, that is hearing loss. Hang on. Sorry about that. Well, unilateral hearing loss is deafness. They're the same thing, technically. So I don't really understand the question. What does unilateral hearing loss mean? I've answered that already. It means you're deaf in one ear. You can't hear out of one side of your head. Oh my goodness. What does unilateral hearing loss sound like? Oh, interesting. What does it sound like? I was born that way. I've been like that my entire life. I have no idea. I think what the question is asking is like for people with tinnitus or had sudden hearing loss. I think there can sometimes be a ringing in the ear. I don't have that. I'm profoundly deaf in my right ear, so I can't hear a thing at all in my one ear. So yeah, can COVID cause unilateral hearing loss? I do believe it can. I think there have been cases where people lose their hearing because of COVID, which is quite sad. What can cause unilateral hearing loss? Many things. I could go on forever with that. Yeah, I think I'm gonna end this video here because the questions are getting repetitive. But yeah, this was fun. It was fun to Google what people ask about hearing loss. Very repetitive. Main question is, what is unilateral hearing loss? If you have the answer, let me know, because I don't really think I do. And what does it sound like? That's interesting. I don't know. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, let me know what else you want to see me talk about. I am slowly running out of ideas, so I could use some more. So yes, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.